Alright everyone, hello, welcome back. So we just popped in here. We still have another just shy of an hour and a half on the card craft. It's cool, I guess. What do we get from here? Honestly, would it kill them to give me something not trash? Please. Please, I don't know, a red rebel would be nice. I know that sounds like a lot, but literally, I just want a red rebel just so I can get that quest done. It is a quest item. I've had 6-hour crafts and they were still trash. So I don't know if they've changed how the G28 works, but it seems to not really be on my side anymore. So, on the bright side, you know, we're still getting bitcoins decently quickly. Cool, I guess. What do I get from in here? Anything good? Honestly, not really. Hey, give me one of these. Some of these. We should be getting max level crafting very shortly. I'm hoping. Honestly, the only good thing here was actually the PBBS is nice, yes, but the Zagustin is, in my opinion, even better. Let's. What are we missing here? Oh, the workbench. What we're crafting? Oh, yes. How much is one of these now? Oof, not for 3,000 euros. I'm not. 600,000. How much are these going for? 45 a piece. I'm just looking, like, there's nothing in particular I'm looking for, right? Just seeing if there's anything here. What is this? Oh, it's actually not terrible, but it's not very good. But we'll just craft a bunch of this because I can. I guess I don't really know. Hey, put those away. That away. Just other stuff I don't really care. Sell the Bitcoin. Might keep this just in case for crafting, random crafting purposes, just to reset the craft counter, whatever. Just for the crafting XP, really. Once we get that done, I don't really care, other than, like, you know, crafting genuinely useful items. So I don't know why this one is worth as much as it is. I don't think it's all that good personally. There, the spark plug might give us. Yeah, it's actually not horrendous. ZB14 is not all that good. It's basically only good for extracting, and even then it's like meh. X17 is that a full X17 or just a pay? Honestly, that's probably how they get around it. So if I went non-functioning, yeah, it's only about 30-ish thousand. So why is this locked? Yeah, whatever. Hey, my insurance, I'll deal with you in a second. Yeah, I didn't think that would sell for, because it's going for what, 40? Honestly, I don't even care. Just give me the cash. My insurance. I wonder if the higher your rep with him is, the better your insurance returns. So we only need to take out 2 more enemies. So we'll just keep topping up the PP rounds. We'll head on into streets. Hang on. I am just double checking some random stuff. Basically, any notes I've made or am working on. Okay, so speaking of notes, last night went over some of the options, and I kind of really thought about them. And so far, my list of things has basically. Did I sell the bandage? Of course. I don't have one lying around, do I? I do. Somewhere there is a bandage. I'm not too worried about magazines. Oh, there they are. If that's the case, well, we will shelf this one for now and go grab this one instead. Okay. Sorry, the list so far is Zomboid, and it's just, you know, basically how long can I go on one character as someone who's essentially new to the game. Another one is the Fallout build, or the challenge build, where my brother suggested I play as Ronnie Coleman. To be fair, he's suggested this for a long period of time, and it's like I'd finally be getting around to it, right? Then somebody suggested I play Skyrim with a mod pack, and I thought about it, but it's a big mod pack, so it's kind of like meh. Now, I did consider, what was it? The train renovation, purely because I could 100% it fairly easily, actually. I did consider, what would, you know, Way of the Hunter or Hunter Call of the Wild. Way of the Hunter, it'd be more likely to play Hunter Call of the Wild just because I already own it. It'd just be a matter of installing that. And you know what? I could do this while I'm loading it. Hang on. Let's do that. Okay. No reason to do this and then wait in silence, you know what I mean? So, basically, would be like Hunter Call of the Wild, and then I'm not sure what I would actually do other than maybe like play an area or two completely, because there are technically some storylines in some of them, and they're kind of like okay, it's meh, right? The game looks really cool, like really nice, but I personally I thought it was fun to play, but I don't think it would be, you know, all that fun to basically try to get into that niche, especially with the sequel to Way of the Hunter coming out. It probably pretty overshadowed, especially like because if I play Way of the Hunter, it'd be overshadowed by the fact that number 2 is out. And if I played Call of the Wild, everybody would be watching Way of the Hunter. You know what I mean? So, Fallout doesn't sound like a bad idea. That one's pretty stable. Skyrim requires a lot of work on my part because I don't have the Nexus Premium or whatever it's called, and I don't feel like paying for it, honestly. Even for like a month or something, it's just not really worth it in my opinion. So that one's way down on the low. The problem with Train Station Renovation is because I've already played it previously, and I'd previously 100% of all the achievements, but then they updated the game. I would be playing a bunch for the first amount of stuff, and it wouldn't count towards anything per se, right? So it's kind of like, but why? I don't know. Actually, let me see, because now I'm curious about the achievements I do have. All right, I completed, you know, $200,000, completed the things, done 100% of basically all the ones that were in the game at the time. Right? Find the stars, get stars, which is basically, you know, complete 3 stars 100%, right? On all the different matches, and get a sandbox mode, painted a train, change the floor material, you know, that sort of stuff, right? through item, like all sorts of different things. So like, complete the game without upgrades is something I did when I was, the first playthrough. This was back in June of 2020, right? Anything else here? 1,000 track. Like, the thing is, it would be nice to have these pop up, like as I'm doing it. So technically, I could, but I'd have to use a different Steam account. So I'm not sure. And the thing is, I would be allowed to use the upgrades and everything now. So I mean, technically, it's not too bad. But there's DLC. Do I own the DLC? Because if it's part of the DLC, yeah, it's like a $16 DLC. So you know what? Maybe not quite what I'm looking for right now. So I'll probably take that one off the list. I am basically open to hearing almost any 100% item, I guess, just to see how feasible it may or may not be. What's this game called? It just came out about cleaning an ocean or something like that. Or is it a robot? What was this one? It's new. What? The Last Caretaker is, something I mean, I think it's not. Oh my god! I was gonna say it's not cheap by any means. It is genuinely, 43 Canadian. So it's a lot, right? It's a lot. It's not even finished yet. So I mean, that's kind of whatever. Planet Crafter, possibly. I would actually consider that one. I don't know if that would be all that entertaining. But I could definitely make a list of this somewhere. I say somewhere. I already have a list. Right. That ends the 4th of March. So, meh. Oh, there's also DLC. What do the DLCs do? Ugh. Anything similar? Satisfactory? No. Power World? No. Raft? Definitely not. Star Rupture? No idea. No, thank you. Abiotic Factor? Slightly tempted. Slightly tempted. Void Train? Potentially. What's up? How you doing? Is it loaded in yet? Not yet. I'm looking at potential games for after I'm done with Tarkov. Something that would be like video worthy, like video ideas, because I would like to try more getting back into videos with editing and stuff, because I do kind of miss it actually. I'm not sure yet. If you have any suggestions of some stuff, right? Basically, I'm looking into something that I could make into somewhat of a series. Potentially, like Zomboid would be a series, whereas 100% of a game would not be a series. I didn't bring the keys with me, did I? Oh, I did. By accident. You know what I should do? Have the map open for me. Possibly. I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I like Terraria. I have it. I don't know. I find that after a certain point, I kind of get bored with it. So I'm not sure how I would do that. Like, I'll like 1,000,000,000%. I've never actually fought the Moon Lord. Yeah. I really like the game, but I find like once I get... Hang on a second. Once I get past like the wall of flesh, I don't know, it's just the grind. Is what tends to like, you know, stop me. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like with Minecraft, right? Like, I can't play vanilla Minecraft anymore. I get very like I've played it so many times I get bored like too easily, to the point where I can only really play modded Minecraft. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I like Terraria, but I don't know if I like it enough to do a series, and I don't know if I have what it takes to do a like a one-off. Here's the new update, because it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'll put it on my list, but I won't lie to you, it's probably going to go low on that list of things I will do. Right, because I've had the game since like 2012-ish. Yeah. I know it's slower towards the beginning, but I don't know. I think maybe it's I have to, like, there's a wall I hit at some point and I just have to push past it. Maybe I'm hoping that's kind of it. I don't know. Right, I was playing once with some friends that we made it to Plantera, I think. And then the guy who was hosting it, he lost, or he doesn't, we don't have the world anymore because he decided to, he was doing something else. Basically, we lost access to that world and we just forgot about it. Yeah, I know. I just need one more person. Over here, hang on. Like this. Do I have to place these items? Is on the table here. That's 20 seconds, my god. In this corner. And then that'll be Dandy's complete, which is nice. And you know what? I probably would be more inclined to play Terraria than I would be to do Skyrim, because at least Terraria is easy to boot up. Right? Like, I don't have to sit there for 50, like 60 gigabytes worth of mods on the Nexus to try to make it happen, right? Yeah. That's fair. Where do I go now? I would like to get out of here, please. The damaged house. I could do that. I think I actually do need to survive, right? Oh, no. It's done. Goals and means and the art of the explosion I like to work on next. Not super sure how I'm going to go about doing that. Oh, for T-Mod Loader, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm not sure how big the Ferrari team is, but from what I recall, it's not very large, so yeah. Yeah. Online, they would suggest basically go to factory and go to reserve to do that. I mean, realistically, if I was going to say if I have access to the grenade launchers, which I do is the worst part. I'm just too stupid to, set those up. Oh. Peel off to the right. Maybe the taxi's here. Seeing the light on. That is also true. Yeah, the taxi is here. Terraria. Yes. For me, it's been under 2k rubles for a while, so. Do you have an idea of the potential theme for, like, a Terraria video? Like, what I would do, right? Like, I guess technically fighting Moonlord, but I don't know. Right? I found the thing is, there's a bunch of stuff I found in the end. It's like really RNG heavy, which obviously can be good or can be bad if you get really unlucky. Where it took us like, I'm not even joking, it took my friends and I about 3 days to get the infinite lava buckets or whatever, because we were just unlucky, right? Yeah, like, hmm. Yeah, if you're not super busy and you're also not really Tarkoved out today, you're more than welcome to hop in if you like. True. The only problem that I would consider for that as a video is the whole fact that true, this is true actually, that would be not a bad idea. I'll put that on there as like first time beating question mark. I don't like I wouldn't know, maybe that could potentially be a summoner run, because I don't know. I'd also be competing with everybody else for the fact that everyone and their brother at this point is going to be, reporting on the new summoner stuff, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, I guess, I mean, same, but the thing is, like, that's what I've tried to not do. Like, I don't know, I find that if I don't have something to work towards, right, like, because with the set it's like, okay, we'll try to work towards the next armor, try to work towards the next thing, right? But if you don't have that, that's when I tend to get bored, right? I find that I'll tend to hit a wall for whatever reason, and then I just get bored, and then I get frustrated and then bored. Very, very similar to like how what was the is this level I don't know if this isn't even good. Like other games where it's like, you know, skill based and what have you, right? Or luck based, right? Luck based games tend to bother me a lot. I mean, like luck based in the sense that it's very heavy. I mean, obviously RNG is pretty ingrained in Tarkov, right? For all the loot and stuff. But there's other things I could be doing while I'm doing that, right? Whereas, like, if I'm looking for something and I need, hey, a very specific item to get a, like, I don't know, my summoner chest plate, for example, or whatever it is, then, like, it's a 1 in 6,000 drop chance from an enemy who only drops, like, you know, I found a lot of the spawn stuff was similar to Jaeger, right? Where it's, like, very, very specific, stupid quests, right? Of like, you know, on the 3rd Friday of a month, you know, of the 2nd month of the year, you have to like slap, you know what I mean? All kind of dumb stuff. And then even then it was like a 1 in 3 trillion chance of, you know, getting a drop. So. Missing something? Yes. I'm going to swap out I'm going to swap out this class, like the kit here. I like the kit, but that here, I would like to run around and try to do some of the grenade launcher stuff. I'll put that there. That in here, this in here. That didn't go where it was supposed to naturally. Okay. Now, do I have any? Like if I looked for all the guns that I have. Hang on. This is true. This is technically true. You are right. I do have that AK that's been sitting around for ages. Yeah. Right. I don't know. For something about Terraria specifically for me is both a source of, yeah, I want to, and I can think of a bunch of reasons as to why I should, but I can also think of a lot of reasons as to why I probably just shouldn't touch it. Because I know why in the past, what is basically like I've been playing and then I'll stop playing because of X, Y, or Z. And it happens enough for me to go, yeah, let's maybe not do that. Hang on. Modding. I should be able to pull this off and chuck the... Oh, the VS combo doesn't work with that, okay. Will this work with this? It would. I have no major feelings about it. 93, that's not bad. Like, for me, it's just sort of, it is a thing. Like, it is what it is, basically. Which probably sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but realistically speaking, to me, I just kind of, I don't care that much. Like, it's cool, I guess, it's fine, right? Meh. I find it wasn't all that bad, because, like, it is very similar to what we've had previously. So, you know, we already had a change where they nerfed all the stacks ages ago, right? So to me, it's just sort of like, me. This would have to be short. You're right. B10 might work. I don't know. I don't know what's considered a good thing in here. Like, that's not bad, but that's a bunch of extra recoil. The tracks could work. I believe the tracks also does have an extension, does it not? Yeah, it has the bridge. That work? No, it doesn't work with the extension. But I'm glad I remembered it exists. The Dominator actually doesn't look terrible. The Aggressor. That's too long, but that looks pretty cool. So far, I think the Trax is the best, as far as I can tell. Like, the best that will accept a GP25. Oh, I put the wrong one. Right, the Trax. Right. B10 would actually, the B10 seems to be the best, and we know it accepts it. Dominator, no. Okay. Yeah, so this is something I could theoretically do. But if I'm going to put a flashlight, it has to be on the right side for obvious reasons. This one. Okay. I will keep that because that one is quite enjoyable as a part. I do need an optic on here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on it though. This looks kind of interesting actually. 22 ergo is nuts though. Oh my god. The guys to get something back. True. This is very true. Don't need that many mags. No. I didn't even realize this thing is pretty bad condition. Meh. I don't play enough factory for it to be worth learning, I guess. Which sounds like a really poor excuse, but honestly, it's just one of those things where it's like, meh. Right? Like when I'm playing, I think. Oh, let's take. I don't need. You can. You could insure the poster. Hang on. I don't need all this stuff on my person. Don't need this one either. I mean, true. True. I don't know. I don't have any major shortage of plates and attachments, so to me, it's just kind of whatever. Right, like I have an idea of some of the spawns that I vaguely picked up over time, but like, who is this? Is this Vandals? Like, my God, that guy, he knows the factions, where the factions spawn. Like, you go, oh, there's a bear spawn here, and there's a USEC spawn here. It's like, for me, it's like, is there a PMC spawn? Right? Right? Like, I know vaguely the PMC spawns were kind of roughly where I need to, but like, he knows where the USEC spawn, where the bear spawn. He knows the phases of the moon in retrograde. He knows everything. That's nuts. It is really impressive, honestly. Genuinely, hats off to you, friend. Yeah. He knows, like, where everybody spawns. Oh, whoops. Like, he go, oh, there's a bear spawn in that corner. It's like, brother, what? Oh, that was way too high. Oh. That was too low. Nailed it. I didn't hit a single person with that. At least I don't think I did. Not only that, Tagilla is here. Ah! I don't know how many Propital. Whoops. I did not prepare this at all. I think I'm just going to cut my losses and leave. I don't think you can, uh-oh. I don't think you can reduce the grenade launcher, like the range. Like I think the lowest it can go is 100, which obviously is no bueno. So that was really poorly done. I probably would have been just better off with grenades. Yeah. Yeah, not a single grenade kill. That was very poorly done. Hang on. What does this say? I don't think so. Yeah, true. Yeah, I think impacts is the way to do it. Like this technically allows me to impact, but man, that was terrible. Yeah, why is the lowest thing 100? It shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure 50 is technically the lowest on that. It makes it very awkward to use. You know what I should do? Get my injectors. I have them. My front plate got lit up like crazy. What is this made of? Oh, ceramic, because of course it is. Oh, what do we got in here? He does this on purpose. And then just random LPS rounds. What is it with random ammo that doesn't actually declare itself? Why is that a thing? We'll give it one more attempt and we'll see how it goes. And then we'll focus on something else. I'm not sure what, but... I definitely should have brought regular grenades. It was all very good. Drink some water. Oof. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we got a decent amount of snow, but I don't know if we got like a crazy amount of snow. Wow. We got like maybe about 4 inches of snow, 5 at most. Got one. Oh! Oh no! I found Tagilla. It is definitely way too awkward. There needs to be a better way to actually swap between gun and grenade launcher. Oh, it's decently warm here. Like, it's not seasonal here, so. But I'm glad you had a nice barbecue. I found out that if you try to cancel any of the surgery animations, it takes the use anyway. It doesn't cancel it properly anymore. So I don't know if that's intended or not. What's my surgery skill looking like? 14, of course. Oh, crafting's almost done. Beautiful. I don't have anything for light bleeds. I'm just now realizing. So hopefully I don't start a light bleed. Good night. Thanks for coming. I guess we reset? I don't really know. I feel like the art of the explosion is definitely something I'm not going to want to focus on. Otherwise it'll get really stupidly annoying. I hit him in the face with the GP25. That's beautiful. I have a potential idea. Oh, never mind. Oh, I forgot to put the magazines back in there. That's just gonna sit here, I guess? I don't really know. How much time left on the crafting? About half an hour, okay. This foul mod 4. Goals and means. Lighthouse theoretically could be a good idea to do this. Oh my god, I didn't even realize Tarkov, it does the MOA in radius and not the full. Oh my god. We could, hang on, where was, I think it's this one? Random gear. Chuck these on. Might want to give it a repair though. And I definitely need some beds. Grab one of these. Is this the... Hang on. Where is this? I do have one around. And the bandage. That, and then let's see if we can go craft the... or fix the healing. Yeah. Those. We will craft... No. Sure, we'll craft one of these, I guess. Why not? Then apparently, we go to Lighthouse at nighttime. This should work as long as we get a decent spot. If we can get a good eyes on the road, we might be able to nab a couple of PMCs around. And I think after this, if I'm not mistaken, we have to go to... Something tells me... Streets. So we craft it. Oh, we have to go to Shoreline. And then that's when we hand the stuff in and deal with that. We already went to streets and got it where we needed. So I like how I'm just using this time, like while we're loading, to kind of think about the next steps, right? So the reason why I do like the Zomboid one is because theoretically, like big picture wise, it's easy, right? Play Zomboid, you know, basically how long can I pick up the skill? Like, can I basically make a character survive, right? And that sort of thing. And that can be done, you know, it doesn't have to be one video or whatever. It can be done in like episodes. The thing about Fallout, it can kind of be done either way. What else? Terraria, technically it could be done either way. I don't really know. All right, the 100% Planet Crafter would definitely have to be done in a, record whatever, and like chuck it all together at the end, essentially. So, I don't know if this was the best optic to go with, in all fairness. I'm not gonna lie to you, I straight up couldn't tell what that guy was. This would have been better at night. The guy tanked around. I don't know where it hit him. Hello. Where are the PMCs? Exactly. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody up on the balcony. The PMC, I think, way out there. No thanks. He can keep walking. Yeah, the scav out there. How's it going? Question. Question about this. Okay. Um, is there a benefit to using the VSS? Because, like, I kind of see why it could be and why it technically should be. But that's based on a theory. So. Ah, okay. That's what I figured. Right? Because technically it was designed as a marksman rifle, you know. So it makes sense that it would have the best MOA. Oh, that is true. I mean, not that I really care too much about DMR. Right? Assault rifle's 28. Where is DMR? Is that? Elections 18. I don't. Oh, it's level 7. It's not bad, actually. This is where I read the best place to do it would be. The worst part is, as I said earlier, the way this game does MOA is it's based on radius as opposed to diameter. Because in real life, I'm pretty sure MOA is measured in diameter, right? So the MOA for this says 3.11. Technically speaking, in real life, this would be like 6.22. That's how that would be measured in real life. But I do know she is a heavy beast. Oof. He's a heavy beast. The bullet. I mean, the gun, it's not crazy heavy, but the bullet's nuts. Sounds like there's somebody down there. There he is. Ah, hello. Got one. Shoreline. Shoreline's not a bad idea. Yeah. But on the bright side, I got 3 of them. I think. Right? I guess I didn't kill one of them. Something in that hill, though. They were fighting. After I get out of here, I'm definitely going to stop over to the VSS. Oh my god, it hurts! Oh. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how bright that is for you guys, but that actually hurts my eyes. This is horrendous. I like the wider visibility, but it's not worth the eye strain for that. Well, they changed it now, right? Unless they changed it back. It's should be 50 meters, right? Yeah, it's 50 meters. They made it easier. Turn up the gamma. Not a bad idea. Gamma. Something tells me it's not here. If it's my own gamma, I really don't feel like dealing with that. Genuinely, the N15s, the ones you need the nose, I find those better. Oh, yeah, no thanks. Because my luck, I'd forget to do it later. Hopefully. Yeah, we think we ran down enough time. What does he have? A Mark 47. I got him. What is backpack? Eh. Ooh. Oh, he's got level 6 plates. Fine now. Took him out too. The BP rounds. Oh my god. Not a word. Not a word, chat. I can't believe I was running around with no armor. The worst part is that's not even the first time I've done that. I do that occasionally. And it never once is on purpose. It's always by accident. It's like I'm not even brave, I'm just stupid. That's okay, that's the milk gods are with me. How's it going, Zig? I gotta go with the slick armor, and obviously when they have a slick, they're usually level 6 plates, right? And that's where I found out I forgot to put plates on. I had 0 armor in here. I hit a guy in the head earlier with the GP25 on factory. I hit him across the factory in the face. Hey. I've worked a little bit on the next list essentially. It doesn't, but it's really lightweight for what it is, right? But ooh, I want it for the backpack for the drip out quest. Like I'm in no rush to do it, but it'd be nice to get the thing in gear. Not that I care that much, but it's like it is what it is, you know. I'm keeping the plates, but it's just the actual rig itself doesn't do it. Like the armor, like the plate carrier itself doesn't do much for me, so. So now I get to go to Shoreline. Presumably the thing is finished. It should be. But so far, my list of potential, after this is for Project Zomboid. It's how long could a noob survive, essentially, right? So like how many episodes, which can be done episodically, which is nice. So there's that. There is a Fallout 4 challenge build in which I play as basically Ronnie Coleman because my brother told me about that once, and it's stuck in the back of my head for ages. I considered 100% a Planet Crafter because the other 100% requires DLC. Planet Crafter might actually have required DLC though, so I'm not too sure if that is the case. A friend of mine said go play Skyrim. One of the there's a good mod pack for that, but it's like 60 gig, and I don't feel like dealing with Nexus Premium right now, so that's way on the bottom of the list. And then Civic was here earlier and suggested Terraria. And like, maybe checking out the summoner items or some of the new stuff, right? But the thing is, like, yes, but Terraria and I don't always see eye to eye, right? Like I play it and it's fine, but I don't know. I find like after the Wall of Flesh, I tend to stop enjoying it. Made of steel. Also steel. Repair those. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. It sold. Keep. This will get done in a second. So basically, it's like, what do you guys think would be, well, one, fun to watch and fun to play, right? So yeah. I'll keep the AS Val lying around, but I don't know if I have a VSS sitting anywhere. Mines. I will take a 10,000 rule profit on each of those. Actually, almost 11,000 even. The VSS? Take a profit on those. I don't know if I have a ratchet lying around. I probably do. But first and foremost, I have to get the key card. Oh, don't forget it, because the last thing I want to do is go to Shoreline, forgetting the key card, and have to leave, and then go back to Shoreline. So, oh, 8 minutes. Ugh, that's annoying, actually. Because I don't feel like waiting around for 8 minutes, but I don't feel like doing an 8-minute run. You know. Nikita, why? Where did this come from? That was for a proper. There's almost no way it isn't proper. How much is one of these, like if I wanted to buy one out of pure curiosity? You probably can't, right? Yeah, didn't think so. But I can buy like most of the, so I could buy a trade for it, or I could buy it, or I can buy it. I could buy. It's kind of weird. The VSS is trade only, but I mean, whatever, I guess. To what extent can I modify this? Probably not very much. 49. One of these. Can it take a Geist? Didn't think. Of course not. But it can take a flashlight, which is... You know what I could do? Hang on. Let's take this off. Actually, you know what? You're 100% right. This is cool, but I don't need it. Grab this, put that there. Transfer stuff over. Should be good to go. I am not sure. I believe it doesn't. I think I tried it once in the past. I don't think it'll accept it. Yeah, it does not accept it as far as I know, which is a little funky. So, I just like look how this stock looks for a second, okay? Just keep this in mind, okay? Let me know when you guys are ready to discover the Magical Mystery Tour, okay? Well, you're about to see something very crazy, okay? Are you guys ready? So, you saw how that stock looks, right? Watch this. I clocked this last time I played. I don't know if it's the same, but my god. It's been on my mind since. This lives rent-free in my head.
Это ты. Что-то важное?
I don't know if it's because it's nighttime or whatever, but can you see, like, I don't know if you can see the stock back here. This stock, okay, is tilted. So it looks kind of like this. Like, it's kind of like that, but just the stock. Like, he doesn't have the, like, the rest of the gun is like this, but the stock is like that. And I'm not sure why. Hang on. B3. Oh, because I put modding, you're right. B3. B13. Am I dumb? I mean, I know I'm dumb, but hang on a second. Ah, I'm stupid. I'm actually stupid. Can I use this one? Oh, that's way too tall. Duh. I feel really stupid now. I keep forgetting there's two of them. This one. Oh, that one's very tall. B13. Oh, for the Vityaz, okay. That's tall, though. I think... Okay, I can actually tell you why. I forget it exists this way. But if you look, there's one that goes on the top 3, and there's one that goes on the bottom 2, right? So like, if you put your hands like you're holding a syringe, and you flip your thumb to the bottom versus your thumb to the top, if that makes sense. Like that's basically how this system works. Which is why there's two different sizes, essentially. So, the more you know. You know what? That is a good point. I'm not sure. I guess it has to do because in like real life, that's how they go. But I genuinely couldn't tell you if I wanted to. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I really don't know. This thing looks ugly as sin, but I secretly love it. It's beautiful. Yep. Oh, beautiful. That was totally worth it. Chuck one of these in there, whatever. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like, you know, sometimes you got an ugly child, right? Like, you still love the child, even if the child is ugly. I'm so sorry. Oh. Right? It's like, you know, the thing with the grandmothers? Where it's like, oh, the grandmother says I'm very handsome, you know? That is literally exactly the same thing. It is, quote, grandmother handsome, and we'll leave it at that. I would at some point like try to make a FAL at some point. I think that'd be quite fun. Oh, it's here! Yay! Where does this go? Can I go here? Beautiful. Let me swap out my Serve 12. Stop making doot 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 noises, please. Oh, you know what? Let me put on some armor. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Go sell this. What do they want me to do with this? I mean, I know what I want to do, but like, what does the game want? Okay, have the item. Go that way. Where is a good way to do this on Shoreline? Speaking of which, where are the goons? I really should have been paying more attention earlier. Apparently the goons are on Shoreline. Oh boy. That is true. I will make it happen. Twitch never stop doing your due. Yeah. So I just, while the thing was loading, I popped over into Twitch to see if there was any, free stuff, right? And you know how like sometimes when you open it, it's like here's a random channel to look at, right? Like it has a bunch of channels like that it's showing, and usually there's one kind of like front and center, and the one front and center. Oh my god! It was like it's oh man. Do you guys remember when they were doing hot tub streams, like when that was like quote the Twitch meta, and that's how you did money and stuff? That was insane. But there was some random channel, and she was like you could just tell that I don't know. I guess she was doing a bikini haul or something, and I'm like, excuse me, Twitch, this is not what we do here. Okay, I don't care. Show me something interesting, like literally anything else. I don't know. Systems exfil. True. True. I mean, I have to go I have to go touch the keycard thing. So. Oh, true. This is very true. I like how I'm doing this essentially for a gun I'm probably never going to use. True. True. I mean, to be fair, I say, oh, a gun I'll probably never use. Like, I wasn't actively trying to get grenade kills earlier to get the rocket launcher, which I'm almost guaranteed not going to use. Unless I bring, like, 8 of them to terminal. I'm stupid enough to do it, okay? This is true. This is very true. I forgot to put around the chamber. Oh, I'm a tunnel. Ugh, this is like the complete opposite of where I want to be, genuinely. Unless, if I can get up towards the top of the tunnel and see what I can see. Because I do have Road to Customs as an extract. Put myself, make sure I'm in semi. It looks very silly, but I'm sure we can make it happen. I just wish the eye cups weren't terrible in this. It's a moonless night. I would do that, except I really, really don't want to tangle with the goons right now. They spawn at the radio tower, but I've seen them. They will go to the power station, and I've seen them go from the power station and get aggroed towards the gas station before. So, yeah. honestly, for me, 9x39 is kind of the same. Like, there's some aspects to it I quite like, but then there's a bunch of other really strange aspects where it's like, why is this been implemented in the way it has? So, I don't know how they've managed to do it, where they both somehow make every type of gun feel good and terrible at the same time. It is actually genuinely impressive. I wonder how the mod for, like, the what is essentially the handguard attaches, because I'm surprised that they don't let it go on the barrel for this, because yeah, sure, the barrel is different, like it attaches to the actual gun differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the rail system should be, like, you know, not necessarily interchangeable. They should technically work. Exactly. I know my dad likes using the mutant, and I quite like the mutant, but there's just something about the ammo where it really, really doesn't feel very good. And I don't think he's sort of, like, I don't think that's clicked with him yet. How did it come from behind it? Jump on the boxes and onto the roof. I assume you mean this house? Could also mean that house. That house does kind of make more sense. I mean, realistically speaking, right now I'm more for the story than I'm here for the 9x39 kills. Exactly. Yeah, like 762x39 feels very awkward in this game. Like, yes, it does feel like it's, like, that's the thing. Really, it does feel kind of that way in real life almost, where it's like this really, like, it's decently powerful, but it's not crazy accurate because it's very heavy for what it is. Like, at least with 762x51 and 762x54R, they're decently heavy, but they have a lot of velocity, right? So they're accurate and they punch like crazy, right? Whereas things like, your 5.56 and your 5.45, they go really quick and they're very accurate, but they don't necessarily have as much stopping power. Again, stopping power being a term that technically doesn't exist, but you know what I'm talking about. 300. The reason why 300 Blackout feels a bit better is because the US essentially took 762x39, went, how can we make this better, and essentially created their own, like, version of it. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but that's sort of the gist of how it came about, right? Yeah. Yeah, like the 300 Blackout is good, but you have like two options. One of them is basically useless, that being the Velociraptor, and the other one is good, but it's very, very high maintenance, right? Like, it's, basically you have to swap out essentially the entire lower receiver every 3 to 4 raids. Where, like, some of the AKs and the M4s, you're running those for tens of raids easily. So this is true. This is true. But, like, also, I mean, obviously I don't have access to most of these in real life, but SKS is one that the Mosin and the SKS are two that I do. And actually, also the 870. The 870 is that satisfying. It is as satisfying in real life to use as it is in games. Right? The SKS is fun. I wouldn't take it into battle with me if I had to. Well, if I had to, I would. But, like, if I was given an option, it's not what I'm taking. Like, I'm not bringing that thing in with me by choice, essentially. Right? Yeah. For blackout? Wait, what? What do you mean for blackout? Are you telling me that... Hang on, what? Exactly, yes. This is what I've heard and what I've essentially kind of experienced based on my, other games in which I've used those weapons. Oh, true. But in all fairness, that's not necessarily a game balancing thing. That's like there just aren't any 47 rounders or 45 rounders offered for 5.56, right? Nobody really makes them. Whereas people do make the 45 rounders or the 545 because the RPK 74 exists, right? As far my understanding of the history of the 45 rounders for 545 is they were almost exclusively used for the RPKs, right? And that's why they exist. Whereas NATO doesn't really do that, right? So that's why they don't really have the same offering, essentially. Right, like the 60 rounders, the Magpul is fairly recent. The Coffin one is like the Stanag style, has been around for a bit. And I know technically the 100 round one does exist, but it's one, stupid expensive, and two, really, really horrendously unreliable. Right? Whereas like stuff for the Russians kind of have a decent idea. I'm pretty sure about 45 rounds is about where your maximum, like your limit of springs. Like after that, it starts becoming really unreliable. Should have done this during the day, I think. Oh, metal parts. I don't know if those are still for like 100,000 rubles, but it would be nice. Sugar. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they could theoretically also potentially get away with a 37 rounder. Because I think it's Daniel Defense makes 37 rounders. And they are only slightly larger than the 30 rounders in real life. So theoretically, you could fit them in a 1x2 space. They should work. Yeah, I definitely should have gone during the daytime. I don't know why I said nighttime. It's about there. There you go. Now you can actually see. I saw a video recently of a guy who basically put modified a hand stop on the top of his foregrip so that he could use it to change the magnification on his LPVO. And honestly, it's very smart because it stops him from having to take his offhand and modify the ring and use kind of like a pulley system. It was very, very interesting. I'll take an overseer key. Why is this one in English? Make it make sense. We're staying the hell away from over there. Yeah. I mean, I would also assume, but at the same time, like, that's just more things to break, right? Plus, you would basically need a little motor. Like, that would be, it would also make it much heavier than what is essentially a tiny pulley system, right? Oh, absolutely. But it also wouldn't surprise me if it found its way into, like, you know, Spec Ops or whomever, because you do tend to find some minor adjustments that they make to their rifles, right? And stuff they'll bring in themselves. Like, I don't know if the Marines are still this bad, like that bad, but there have been times where basically Marines have to essentially bring in their own like paper and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, not just paper, but sometimes they even have to buy things for their guns out of their own pocket. Because, like, the Marines don't have a giant budget. They're one of the, like, the groups in the military that consistently come in under budget. They have all sorts of really funny thingy decisions. So.
Ваш пропуск не распознан. Попробуйте еще раз.
Didn't work. Gotta talk to Kerman. So we'll make our way out of here. And this is where we're going to potentially have a very interesting revelation here. Because after we go talk to Kerman, we are now going to be given the choice, do we help him or not? And if we agree to help him, I have to hand in all of these items. And if I'm missing an item, then that locks me in on the survivor ending and then I cry. So this is, I'm not even joking when I say this is basically going to be the moment of truth here. I'm not looking, I've been dreading this the entire time. So what do we think is going to happen, everybody? You think it's going to work? Take this here, put this off to the side for now. I'm happy with this. Good. The fees probably doesn't go for very much. Yeah, I didn't think it would. Who would buy that? Would Ref buy this? No. Mechanic wouldn't. Peacekeeper will give me quite a bit of money for that one. Okay. 560 bucks is. Is this about equal? I'll hold on to this for now. Let's see what he has to say.
Значит, все идет по плану.
Oh, okay.
Что твоя работа здесь еще не закончена.
So the plan was okay.
Карта не сработала, потому что на ней кое-чего не хватает. Чего именно, пока это тебя волновать не должно. Мне нужно, чтобы ты нашел документы, которые помогут вывести терроргрупп на чистую воду. Только так мы сможем спасти
Okay.
как можно больше жизней.
Okay.
Дело не только в терроргрупп. Выше них стоят неизвестные. Но о них ты должен сам все узнать.
Well, Mr. Catman, believe it or not, I have everything. Allegedly, I hope.
Всегда нужна дополнительная мотивация. А теперь снова к документам. Речь идет про различные разрешения, описание секретных технологий, спецификации. Все, что терроргрупп не успели уничтожить или вывести из города. Считай, что именно они — настоящий билет из Таркова. Зависит от того, что именно найдешь. Мелкий компромат я тоже приму, но интереснее всегда что-то крупное, мощное, что сможет свалить гиганта. Найдешь. Ты уже залез в это по уши, причем по собственной воле. Наверняка тебе и самому интересно, что творили терроргруппы. А если совсем затык будет, я попробую помочь. Но не злоупотребляй этим.
Okay, I'll keep looking, yes.
Верный выбор. Тогда жду первых результатов.
Okay, so at the very least, we're locked in between Survivor and Savior right now.
Передать мне. Скорее всего, или как.
Or how.
Даты мне нужно раньше, чтобы я смог начать заливать все на пруд. Курьер не подойдет. Слишком высок риск, что он сольет информацию на сторону. Документы надо оцифровать и отправить мне через узел защищенной связи. Инструкции пришлю. Но не забывай, что мне нужны и оригиналы. Упакуй их в какой-нибудь крепкий чемоданчик и возьми с собой при побеге. Это точно поможет нашему делу. Но нужно еще. Это точно поможет нашему делу. Неплохо, неплохо. Но нужно еще. Это точно поможет нашему делу. Но нужно еще. Неплохо, неплохо.
Oh boy.
Но нужно еще. Мелковато, но лишним не будет.
We'll find the reason we'll find out is if I have gotten everything I need to, I'll get an achievement for it.
Это точно поможет нашему делу. Это точно поможет нашему делу. Но нужно еще. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более масштабные вещи. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более масштабные вещи.
This is very riveting gameplay. Thank you, Mr. Kerman.
Неплохо. Но нужно еще.
What if Mr. Kerman was Nikita all along?
Но не забывай искать более масштабные вещи.
Oh my god.
Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более масштабные вещи. Неплохо, неплохо. Но нужно еще. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более... Мелковато, но лишним не будет. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай... Мелковато, но лишним не будет. Неплохо, неплохо. Но нужно еще. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай. Неплохо, неплохо. Но нужно еще. Это точно поможет нашему делу. Хорошая работа. Но не неплохо, неплохо. Но нужно еще. Мелковато. Но лишним не... Это точно поможет нашему делу. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более Это точно поможет нашему делу. Но нужно еще. Мелковато. Но лишним не будет. Хорошая работа. Но не забывай искать более масштабные...
I also think it shouldn't have to necessarily be all the items, but like I think it was like yes, yes. Oh. I think that's the one. Oh my god. Hang on, let me just double check. Make sure this is correct. Yes, little triumphs gather evidence of all the minor misdeeds. Oh.
Подойдет. Глубоко же засели эти неизвестные. Наверняка поднимется паника.
Oh. Could you imagine? You hung up on me, we're done. No! I think, I'm not even joking. If that happened, I actually would just stop.
Достаточно для кого? Тех, что ты нашел, будет недостаточно. Да, после публикации пойдет волна, но она будет слишком маленькой. Мне нужно больше.
I don't know what to do.
Ты можешь. Я тебе говорю, но вот мы здесь. Ты говоришь мне, что хоть... Ладно, это не важно. Мой ответ нет.
Oh,
Мне нужно больше доказательств.
that's not even my fault.
Неприятно, что... До связи. Ну, привет, привет. Это тоже пущу в работу. Я догадывался, что Тарков занималась торговлей людьми, но я вообще не удивлен, что чиновник спелся с криминальным авторитетом. Непонятно, кто настоящий заказчик, но сейчас это не так важно. Ты знал, что в древних религиях синий всегда ассоциировался со... Еще одна спецификация на еще одну разработку Тарков. Конечно же, ты уже напал на след неизвестных. Я думал, что это займет у тебя намного больше времени. Но так даже лучше. Продолжай в том же духе. Ага, я уже это заметил. Отличная работа. И правда пора. Карта не сработала, потому я их передам через доверенное лицо. Правда, он ничего толком знать не будет. Так что не трать. Жди, с тобой свяжутся. Значит, все идет по плану. Не забудь документы. Без них весь твой путь бессмысленный. Я бы не стал использовать такое сильное слово. Я не ненавижу. Я делаю то, что должен. Еще...
I can't believe the game almost thinged me. Or that's so stupid. I hope so. Let me just, store these things. Sorry. The SMT, is that worth 500 and what's better, $560 or the 60 something thousand rubles? Well, now it, technically speaking, the next part here is in about a day or so. Fence will reach out to me about, get 4 fence reputation, which I already have, and then I have to do the shoreline and the interchange raids with PMs, or just taking up PMCs. So this secure evidence, like Alpha 1, I don't know what to do with this. Okay. So between 24 and 48 hours, Fence will contact me. So hang on. So what do I have to do with this? It just says use in the story chapter if the player assisting him with finding out. So what do I do with this? Does this just stay here? I guess it stays here for now. Honestly, whatever. Okay. So, after I wait, the Fence will reach out to me. I have to keep the standing over 4.0 for the whole thing, not a problem. Then I have to take out, what is it? Things. The PvE, right? So basically do the PMCs. I need to make sure I have the BTR driver at 4.0 standing, which I'm pretty sure I've already done. Okay. Then Fence will give me a flash drive. And then I can craft the card. And hopefully that will let me craft this. Hang on. The player. Hang on. So I'm just reading the stuff afterwards, right? So I craft that thing, and I have to go use it. The player will have to use the corresponding access on the system or the intercom call for survivor ending between basically at nighttime. The corresponding will be accepted, and the intercom will tell you to proceed to the gate. It looks like I need to bring the case with me, that evidence case. Okay, so if I do it, follow the road till you switch to the left one, stay on the road and head to the door. Okay. If the player is authorized to approach, you go with follow. Okay. The player won't be able to transit without having the container on my person. If you're doing the saver ending, things will get you killed. Pulling out a weapon. So what do you pull out? I don't know how it works. $776 for that many rubles. Let me just check here. These are going for about 80,000. We paid for 760. So let's see. It's about the same, honestly. So if I sell that, that should be okay. Yeah, so when I eventually do that mission for the transit, I have to bring the alpha container. If I die with the alpha container, that fancy container on me, it gets sent back to me. 5 million rubles for a proper letter. So, if I complete the savior ending, I get the savior, the armband, the achievement for humanity poster. I get hideout styles, a peaceful sky menu background, 200,000 US dollars, a ballistic case, a plate case, a magazine case, a med case, a money case, a thick case, one of each thick cases, 2 ammo cases, a red rebel case, a Taiga survival machete, 3 AS Val mod 4s, 3 PKPs. Oh my god, it actually probably would have been faster to do the PKP. 3, Milko grenade launchers, 3 Mjolnirs, 3 automatic Sagas, 3 TKPDs, and a bunch of good ammo. Okay, let me just double check here. Terminal with a map of a random boss. What? There's a bunch of Black Division. I'm not looking forward to the terminal mission, honestly. Like it how do I put this? It seems kind of daunting. Like I know it's probably not too bad, but it seems kind of nuts. So anyway, that's that. I'll need those later. Terminal, I have no idea. There's an armored key, explosive, pure door key. Apparently you can get Glukar with 6 heavily, or basically any of the bosses. So that boss that could spawn could be Glukar, could be Killa, could be Reshala, could be Santar, could be Tagilla. If I'm lucky, okay? If I'm lucky, I would take Tagilla in a heartbeat, okay? So, man, it's slowly getting more and more real. That's kind of nuts. Anyway, let's keep doing the thing here. Overseer key. I don't think I have one on my customs key. What here do I not need? Honestly, these are fine. Keep. Or desk Reshala, that's fine. 110, 114. I'm thinking. Honestly, the checkpoint key. So we got past the hard part. I don't know what happens if you fail the quest for the for Fence though. Like if you fail his assignments. I don't know how that works. So. Okay. Sure, I guess we could. Ooh. None of these are great times. Are they still on shoreline? Apparently they're on customs now. Anybody want to do a shoreline run? Not with me. Why did they just randomly decide to put a boss? Just like there. Why did they do this? Who decided that was a wise decision? Does Black Division fight the boss? Hmm. Of course not. Why did they put, like, I could understand if it was a glue car, right? Or even potentially Sanitar. Well, you say that, but I mean, like, I have doubts of Ruaf's the combat prowess, as it were. Did they change how the seats work for the terminal yet? Did they? I don't remember if they ever confirmed that one or not. They did, okay. See, what I saw there was basically, basically, which does not instill a whole lot of confidence. Because my luck is we'd all go there, and then like let's say there's 5 of us, and then there's only 4 seats. Now what? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Oh, 4 to 5. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 4 seats with 4 players, 4 to 5 with 5 players. So the point I'm saying is, if we go in with a 5-man and there's only 4 seats, what happens? Right? Like, assuming we all get there, then what? We draw straws? Like, that's insane. Then that poor person has to do it all by themselves after. Yeah, about 200, okay. You know, it's such a large ship. Unfortunately, we only have 4 plastic deck chairs on the side. You can't. No, you're not allowed to sit on the floor. Oh man. Time. I'll wait another minute or so, but I doubt anything's happening over here. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably just get a move on, honestly. Where would you suggest is the next decent place for 50-meter kills for this? I feel like still towards the tunnel is fine. Zero power. Turns out I did hit one of those scavs and he bled out. Gotta hope. Oh, true. I forgot that game's coming out. Not gonna lie to you, I don't really have high hopes for Marathon. Oh god, do you remember the, what was it? I know it's not called Space Tarkov, but do you guys remember Space Tarkov on Steam? And I don't mean Marauders, and I don't mean Starkov, whatever it's called, like Core 3. I mean like the, oh, there's somebody up there. It was on Thingy Planets. I vaguely remember it, and then it died because the dev team just basically stopped working on it. called. So I've heard. I'm curious, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of people told the developers, hey, we want to actually, like, if you guys will give us permission, we'd like to try to bring the game back. And the devs were basically like, yeah, no. I have a theory right now. That theory's not very good. Hang on. Found the goons. Does somebody want to go report them for me? Thanks. Somebody said, oh, I saw them on customs. Yeah, no, let's get out of here. We're getting out of here. I think the goons won. But I'm not 100% sure what gave me that idea. They're gonna keep pushing me, right? Well, I meant more along the lines of they're gonna aggro to me. Well, gentlemen, consider my pants peed. If I taunt them, will they come into the room?
Сволочь, блядь!
Юсеки тут еще эти, надо поаккуратнее быть. Вот вроде бы все охуенно, но какая-то хуйня все равно.
All the ergo I can spare.
Ладно. Не зря я в шутаны играл. Не, ну, неплохо. Так-то, если подумать.
Do you say give it another like 2 minutes? If nobody shows up, then maybe it's safe.
Угу. Запахло пердежом от тебя, эй! Хм. Самолетик бы пролетел бы, скинул бы что-нибудь хорошее.
Yeah. It is true. Oh! I have bad news. Could have done surgery.
Сейчас бы airdropчик какой-нибудь хорошенький упал. Ну, так-то в принципе и неплохо. Но вообще, ну его нахуй.
Yep.
Ну давай, давай! Давай, сука, у меня патронов хватит на всех!
This is not good. I dropped one. He's right here.
Чё вы там, блядь? Зассали? Сколько вас там? Идите все сюда, блядь!
I don't have one.
Это наша земля! Мы ее вычистим от вас!
Ah! Shoot. It's about to get very awkward, gentlemen. Yeah, well, the problem is, night is still up. I'm here. Got no food or water. I am completely out. Shoot. Cross to the east wing. I don't have the paracord on me. Shoot. Yeah, I know. I've got nothing for this. The basement, that wouldn't work because I'm being chased by them. I've got no ammo. I know it's Bird Eye left, but that's... I don't know. I put this... None of the ways out are good, if that makes sense. Alright, they're all far from me, and I can't go anywhere. Stim. I've got nothing for that. The SJ9 might help, maybe. And one of these. And maybe one of these. Yeah, I know. No, I know that. I know. Hopefully, Knight's down somewhere too. Because I know I lit him up. So on the bright side, I got at least two of them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So he's probably dead somewhere. Thank God I don't take damage over time from dehydration and food. Why would you say this? Maybe I still do take damage? I'm actually not sure. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't because of metabolism. I have max metabolism. What does max metabolism even do? I am extremely lucky that bird eye bled out. So why am I taking damage? Because the only thing that could, like, the only thing right now that is giving me damage right now, as far as I know, is the dehydration. So why is this happening? The hunger's kind of low, though. And isn't exhaustion the hunger? Or am I stupid? Unless, what, you know what? One of the stims I may have took actually does damage to me. That is possible. I think it was an SJ6 and an SJ1. Have I somehow skirted the entire swamp by accident. A bug on my Tarkov server? No. How did I manage to do this? I've literally never done this before ever. How did I miss this? I'm starting to think it's a stim because I think the pain is done down. Yeah, it might have been the SJ9. I don't even remember what the SJ9 does. That was... I went in for PMC kills, and I ended up having to deal with 0 PMCs and the goons. Guys, I think I know where the goons were. It doesn't work very well. It does not work very well. Okay. I guess Knight decided to just run off into the wilderness. All right. I am very confused. he just decided not to go? Like, what? No. Knight was there. After I dropped Big Pipe, Knight was there with him. I saw the skull mask. So unless somebody else decided to don the skull mask. Is this any good? It's not very good, no. My front plate is gone. Should be steel though. Okay. We call it para. Bring in the paracord with me. Yeah. I didn't use this Augustin. That's so funny. Propital. SJ6. That's not the SJ6. That's 6. Yeah, so it must have been one of the stims I took then. That's everything from the... anything in here? Cool. SJ12. SJ12. SJ12 is hydration and energy. Okay. And SJ9 is... It hurts me. It just made everything worse. Why do I have these? That is so stupid. That's funny. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, thermals is something I was dealing with, yeah. J6 node that norepinephrine should technically be out, not bad, but I'm not gonna use it. Oops. Don't know. I don't think any of these. I think that was the same one. That should be fine. I might even grab a second Propital just in case going forward. That was brutal. That's not worth it. I can't believe he just decided, nah, I'm good. These probably aren't worth very much. Yeah, I didn't think so. In fact, if I buy these, it's a tiny little profit. These probably don't go for very much. They're not all that good. Apparently, they're not bad. And here we go again with it, pulling a random ruble stack. How does it do that? I don't want to go to Shoreline anymore. It's evil there. It's not a fun place. Do I have time for any more? I'm not really sure. I don't think I do. Got that going. Please. I must have max thing because I'm not allowed to do more of these now. Yeah. Yeah, I've reached max crafting. How much are these going for right now? Sure. The Vulcan, I don't care. Can someone tell me why these are going for 500,000 rubles? What the heck? I was like, oh, it can't be that good. Apparently, I was wrong. Why do they go for so much? Maybe. I'm actually really curious now. What the hell? Why are they so good? Oh, for a quest. No, the Alton craft is I don't think there's an Alton craft. Apparently there's a quest called Safety Guarantee. And you need 12 of them. It's but I think this is a thingy quest. Yeah, level 61 to start the first quest, and that's hand in 15 Trigicon scopes. And then after that, it's hand in 15 Zuck armors, 3 Killa helmets, and 12 Vulcans. How much does he give me for this? 90,000. Do I sell this? I don't understand. Oh. I thought it was like immediately purchased and went, what? I'm not even gonna, like, my jaw just dropped. But it does, like, but why? It's a level 61 thing, but it's like you can't prestige. So how does that work? I am very confused. What I do want to do, however, remember where I put it. I swear, the more I play this game, the more I probably sound like some guy who's just off his meds. It's like, where did I put this thing? I have a bunch of red cards, but also this. But then there should be the... Oh, I need a helmet hand. I guess. I don't know why it's so expensive, though. Is it that... I guess it's that rare? Like, I have no idea. Oh, the spark plug. Thank God. Jeez. Well, again, why does it do that? If I lock the money, right? If I lock these, does it still take the money from them? Because, like, I'm trying to keep an eye on how much of it I have, and it goes, no. That's insane. There's a helmet I'm looking for. I just don't remember what the helmet is called, and you can't search it. Because it's... Does armor count? Armor's not a helmet. Oh, and then that's funny. And just like that, we lost 60 something thousand or 60 million rubles. Oh, that's fun. Actually, I think that's not a bad idea. For the sake of like, hey, you know, what if I did, you know, like, I think it's not a bad idea. How's it going? Welcome back. I went to go hunt down some PMCs with the 9x39 and ended up dealing with the goons, and I ran out of ammo. So. You would think so? I don't know. I really have no idea. There's a helmet. I know it's around here somewhere. Not the Neosteel, but the Neosteel is pretty cool. They suck. I honestly hate them, and I got stuck in the middle of the resort with that. That's the one I'm looking for. I need to find the parts for this, just because I'm really curious. At this point, I'm doing it for giggles. Full disclosure, I don't have any sort of main, you know, thing to do another run. I don't have the time. Yeah, no, that I know. That I know. So just go buy a bunch of SPP. What do we got for dailies? 25 scavs. Ground zero. He wants. I have one of these lying around. Oh, very cool. Congratulations. Now, okay, I'm going to say this, and I promise you, okay, take my word for this. This is not to poo-poo you, but in my experience, Sturman hasn't been very difficult. It's his guards that tend to kill me most. I don't think I've been killed by Sherman once. It's always his guards. Like, he's not... It's like Rashala. Rashala himself isn't very bad. It's fighting Rashala's guards is the problem, you know? Sanitar, yeah. Sanitar's not terrible in the sense, like, if you can get a good place for his guard, like, most of the guards are not too bad, but, like, I don't know. Sanitar's guard with the shotgun is the guy who's killed me the most. Easily. I find Tagilla's not too bad. Sanitar himself isn't too bad. His guards aren't bad either. It's just that guy with the shotgun shreds me every single time. Every time. So what am I looking for? This? Can this actually take a light? Oh, it can. Okay, hang on a second. And it can take night vision. This gets better and better. Let me look this up. I can't believe that helmet is 500,000 rubles. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. Yeah, if you can get him near you with the hammer, and you can keep him close enough so he keeps his hammer, you can, like, try to kite him around, and he won't shoot you, obviously, because he has the hammer. Yeah. I don't carry grenades often enough, or as many as it's always I never have enough grenades, right? Like, even when I carry them, I always find I wish I had more. But I feel like the guy with the shotgun keeps blowing my legs off. Right, my legs are littered all over Shoreline. Oh, SHZ. I'm looking for the face shield. I don't really care, but I'll buy one for giggles. I can buy one of these. Interesting. And the cover. Okay. Oh, that's the cover. Hang on. So we chuck the face shield. Obviously that works. Put a flashlight on the side. Hang on a second. Why would I put the cover? What does this do? Oh, I guess it makes it less shiny? The tail? I'm allowed to put this on? Hang on, what goes on this mount? This one is this one?
Didn't you hear me?
Now I'm curious. Oh, also, I don't know if anybody got it, but there was a samurai code recently. So, yeah, I figured that would go eventually because it's a good scope. And that's where I got these from. So, who sells these things? Probably Peacekeeper. He makes the most sense. What is this for? Oh, a Zippo. Okay, that's not too bad. I have been meaning to make a G36 at some point. That could be fun potentially at some point. Mechanic might have it. Sorry, I'm just curious because it lets you put that on for some reason, but you can't put on the other items. Again, I do wish you could do edit build on helmets and armors. That would be really nice. I don't know why I'm trying this. I know it's not going to do anything. Unless it does, in which case, I'm a wizard, you know? Would have the monocular. Skier level 3. Science knows. My desire to science knows no bounds. These things are insanely expensive, by the way. In real life, these are like $3,000 US dollars. Oh, okay. I was just curious. I don't want this, but you know, I'll keep it, I guess. Check that on there. I want to see the drip. Okay. I wish I could make the armor black, but that's pretty drippy. Even if I hang on. Even if I weigh 39 kilos doing it. Well, I don't remember. Was that in here somewhere? Yes. Although, hang on. I knew what I was missing. Oh, no. Put the helmet back already. There we go. That's cool. Yeah, honestly, yeah, no, I get it. He is genuinely really annoying to fight. But if you have strategies for it, then that's cool. I also do have a suggestion. If you have access to one and you want to go slap him, where did I put it? Have I somehow lost this? The Ash 12. if you can get like the B rounds, because usually you can find little boxes of them, he does not stand a chance. He does not stand a chance with this thing. It's fun to shoot, and Tagilla goes down like a dingus. So genuinely, highly recommend. Time, yeah. I probably could have done a very quick raid, which is the worst part about all of this. I'll grab one of. Do I have a slot for the? I'll take the Sooooo instead. Yeah, I was gonna say I have a bunch of. Where did that go? Okay, good. The purple cube. Yes, so the purple cube is for streamer items. Okay. This is really, really useful for when you're trying to gather everything for Kappa. So you can count, if you have one of everything, you will fill up this entire space except for 3 squares. And in order to get it, there is a fence mission called, is this reference? And you have to place 27 cameras around Tarkov. And they're expensive because, who is it? Mechanic. He sells the cameras at about 270 euros a pop, or an EC and a power bank. So they're not cheap, right? But like, it's one of those things where I don't rush it. I just, do it as I go. I'm in no rush to do it. Once you get it, it gives you, 30,000 XP and 239,000 rubles. Is it worth it? Not so much, but the streamer item case is really good because it's a 3x3 and holds all the stuff, right? Which is really good for saving up your junk spaces. And, for example, this doesn't go in a junk case because it's a food item, right? And stuff like that, right? So, it's nice for that purpose. But once you're done with, and you have the Kappa, there's nothing to do with this, right? That's why I haven't just sat there holding random crap, because you can't sell. Nobody takes the case. You can't sell it. You can only destroy it. But at least here, like, I hold on to this stuff for, like, random, like, for the bake easy is for a bunch of crafts, right? The fire steel, I don't think it's for anything, but like anytime, like I hold on to extra ones because if some of the dailies, which reminds me, I have to look for, what was it he wanted? A boss cap, right? Some of the dailies and the weeklies ask for streamer items. So if I have a bunch of them, I can sometimes just chuck them out. You know what I mean? And it gives me stuff other than like the 20 to 60,000 rubles they're worth. So I have a boss cap. I don't know if I have it here. Nope. It is somewhere in the hideout, I think. Unless I don't have one anymore, which wouldn't surprise me. I guess I don't have one anymore. In which case I'd go hunt down Tagilla. Meh. I don't know if I would do that right now. How much time do I have left on Vader? Theoretically, tomorrow. Right? Well, actually, I say tomorrow. Thursday, I probably am not going to stream because it's, we're celebrating a birthday. So I'm, want to be like, part of that celebration for the day, right? And then basically we'll pick up on Friday, which is just as well because we have to wait for Fence anyway, because we're on that part of that story now where we have to wait for Fence to show up. And then so Friday we're going to, we have the standing, but I'm going to need help doing his quests because I need to take out the PMCs on the different maps while also not taking out any scavs. So I'm going to need help basically clearing scavs essentially. Right. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. It's kind of awkward. I don't really know. And then basically we're not very far away from actually terminal itself, right? I believe by sometime next week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest, we're going to have access. We're going to have terminal runs ready to go. So anyway, that is going to be it for right now. Actually, before I leave, because there's technically more people here, I would like some opinions on, basically the next series after this. We have Project Zomboid, in which the series would be basically how long can a noob survive. A Fallout challenge build where I play as Ronnie Coleman and try to beat the game. We are going to play, or possibly play Terraria. Basically, and the whole point is play as, say, a summoner or something, and try beating the game for the first time ever. The Skyrim is way down on the list. That was a mod pack, and I don't feel like doing that. And then there's another one that is for playing 100% of Planet Crafter, but that would obviously be like something I work on, say, in the background or whatever. I'm not really sure how I would do that one, right? Because that is going to take quite a few hours, right? Of making doing the voiceover, doing everything. So I just want to put those options out there so everybody knows, okay? But anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for coming. If you guys like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, share with all your friends. Thank you to everyone who showed up here. Thank you to all my subscribers. And, man, I hate those goons.